Good morning, Blazers. I am Mrs. Belisle, the Activities Coordinator, and this morning I have the honor of introducing the candidates who are running to be your 2020-2021 ASB officers. Running a campaign to be elected as a leader of the school requires time, dedication, energy, and a true desire to serve Timberline. If elected, these candidates will make decisions about a variety of activities and represent the entire student body. Voting is an important responsibility, and I ask that you take that responsibility seriously. We will begin with the candidate for Public Relations, Pearson.
Hi everyone. My name is Pearson, and I'm running to be your ASB Public Relations Officer. So, kind of wanted to talk about instant noodles. There's a lot to choose from. There's a lot of good options, but while I love the famous instant noodle brand Indomie, I think you'll be really into me. So, and although I may not have an opponent, I won't let that deter me from putting in my best effort to connect with you, the students of Timberline. I'm sure you know that in my position, it's my job to inform everyone about upcoming events and such. It's also my job to give attention to events that lack opportunity, giving equal opportunity to things like choir, band and orchestra, our dance team, and our theater. It's really important to continue our current trend of having an informative and well-designed Instagram, and with my skills in Photoshop and being in video production, I think I can make some good content for Timberline. I want to make it engaging and eye-catching reminders about events, Spirit Week themes, and the various activities that make up Timberline. As Public Relations Officer, I'll be there as someone you can voice your opinions to, and well, just be that person you can talk to without feeling nervous. So vote for me, Pearson, and I hope you like Thai curry, because that's the only thing on the menu.
Curran, so I'm going to ask you some questions. So the first question that I want to ask you is that you talked a lot about your skills with Photoshop and how you're going to be able to utilize that with technology.
Yeah.
So how can you ensure that communication for our events will reach all students, since that would be part of your role as ASB Public Relations Officer?
Yeah, so like I said in my speech, I'm currently taking video production, and I've been using like Photoshop and stuff for years, like in different classes, but also just like in my free time to make like fun stuff, I guess. So, and like with a large focus of people getting their information on like social media, Instagram, Snapchat, wherever, I think it'd be really important. And what I'm gonna do is push a lot of it on social media, because I know that reaches like the most audience, and that's kind of what we've been doing. So yeah, I think that's a reliable way to get information out to the students.
Thank you. Next up, we have the candidates who are running to be your ASB Secretary, Tasia Brooks and Donalyn Gomez.
Some of you may not know me, and that's okay. There are about 1,500 students here at Timberline, and I think it's fair to say that it will be quite the feat to know every last student at this school, but I'm working on it. Hello, my name is Tasia Brooks, and I would like to represent you as your new ASB Secretary. Currently, I hold the position of Vice President for our junior class and President of Future Business Leaders of America Club here at Timberline. I would like to run as secretary because I feel that my ideas would provide a unique perspective to the ASB panel, and I am very capable of taking notes and sharing information with my peers. As a student who has taken 3 honors classes and 4 AP classes throughout my years at Timberline, taking notes is light work. As secretary, I will make sure that I provide accurate and specific information to my team to make our events run smoothly and efficiently. I will collaborate with the ASB team to make sure that the student population gets what they want and deserve. I know, it sounds like a bunch of empty promises, but I do promise to serve you well as secretary. Take note and choose the right vote by voting me, Tasia Brooks, as your ASB secretary. Thank you.
I was looking over my notes from school the other day, and I started thinking about how much I enjoy taking notes and listening to others. and it just hit me how I can use these skills in a helpful way. I can run for ASB secretary. Hi, my name is Donalyn Gomez, and I'm a sophomore, and I'm here to run for ASB secretary. Now, you may be thinking, who is this random sophomore on my screen? And honestly, I'd probably think the same thing. For sophomore class, I'm your class treasurer, but for the rest of you, I'm just another random face. But I'd like to become more than that. I'd like to become your missing link to help make a change. I'd like to be able for you to come to me in the halls, to give me your ideas, and I want everyone to feel as if they have the power to make a change. With me as your secretary, I can come to you, listen, write, and talk about the problems we need to solve in our school. I want to be your voice for when you feel like you don't have one. A voice for one can be a voice for all. Please vote Donalyn Gomez for ASB secretary.
So Tasia and Donalyn, at this time, I would like to ask you guys some questions. Okay. So the first question is for Tasia. So I would like to know how you can ensure that if you are elected as the ASB secretary, that communication will reach all of our students.
I think that currently we kind of rely heavily on social media, and not everyone has social media. So I think that because we've put up the screens in the Commons and in the Counseling Center, we should make sure that we keep up with the events on those, and we should make sure that we keep things up to date on the website and have other things besides social media so that students that don't have access to that are able to find out that information.
Thank you. Donalyn, specifically regarding Running Start students, can you talk on how we could help communicate with them being off campus? The same question.
As somebody who is very attached to social media, like personally, I know I looked at statistics, and most teenagers spend 7 hours and 22 minutes on social media and on their phone daily. As Tasia was saying, she was saying how not a lot of people are on social media, but like to counter that point, a lot of people are. Like the majority of the school I feel owns a social media account, and as using my social media presence, I can help get that word out quickly and efficiently, especially like finding people who are specifically in a Running Start, messaging them on Instagram, or just like getting their phone number, just making sure you have a connection with the whole school instead of just a small group.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have the candidates who are running to be your ASB treasurer, Talia Clark, Christian Juarez, and Alex Soriano.
Hi, my name is Talia Clark, and I'm running for ASB treasurer. I have loved being a part of the student body, and I look forward to helping you stay on track with your fiscal responsibilities and goals as treasurer for the upcoming year. You may be wondering what qualifications I have to serve you and this school. Well, because I'm only 15 years old, I've never had any personal experience dealing with large amounts of money. However, my parents have always been very open about and a great example of how to manage money well, how to stay out of debt, and most importantly, how to save. Furthermore, I have completed the Dave Ramsey's high school finance course. This has given me a strong understanding in finances. You need someone who is dependable, hardworking, and good with numbers. Someone who will hear you and do their best to meet the needs of your teams and your clubs that frame a huge part of your high school experience. You need someone like this, but you also want someone who is personable, objective, and who enjoys working with others. As treasurer, I will be that person and will serve you, the students of Timberline, to the best of my ability. If elected, you can depend on me to do the following: communicate efficiently with clubs and teams, keep people periodically informed, and I will ensure that the ASB funds are spent appropriately and will always take responsibility for my actions. As treasurer, I am working for you. As your treasurer, I promise to be diligent, punctual, and accurate in dealing with our school's finances. Vote Talia Clark for 2020-2021 Treasurer ASB.
Good morning, Timberline. My name is Christian Juarez, and I'm running to be your ASB treasurer. Now, before you start zoning out, hear me out. Yes, while I know I may be a freshman and I don't have much experience with dealing with money, I do have experience with helping my family budget their money. Ever since I was a little kid, my parents wanted me to make sure I was ready for the real world. So to help me, they helped me with budgeting all my finances that they gave me. Even though many of you don't know me, I would still want to be the person to help change this school. I know teams and clubs are a big part of your high school experience, so I want to make sure that you get the full high school experience. I believe that every single person can help make an impact at this school, and I want everyone's voices to be heard. As treasurer, I will try my best to help every single one of you out. So while I know that I may be able to be a freshman, it also gives me time to grow and develop into the ASB role. Thank you for listening. Please vote Christian.
Good morning, Blazers. My name is Alex Soriano, and I'm running to be your ASB treasurer. Being in office for the last year has really had a major impact on my leadership skills, and being on ASB would really help me expand on them. I believe that I have the resources and capabilities to be your treasurer. Good communication has always been the most important value to me, and using this, I would communicate to my fellow office members, peers, along with the many sports and clubs we have here at Timberline. Dealing with money and expenses for the student body requires a great deal of responsibility and timeliness that I believe I can take on. I would be able to put in the extra time, whether that means staying after school or taking my own personal time and dedication to make sure all the funds are being handled with care and on time. I hope to be your next ASB treasurer, and I hope you have a great day.
So I would like to ask you guys some questions at this time. Okay. So my first question is going to be for Talia. So we have over 70 athletic teams and clubs combined at our school that are at any one time asking for funds from ASB. So as a treasurer, if elected, how would you ensure that you are assessing the needs versus the wants of those different clubs and activities?
I was thinking about this because I knew there was a bunch of different clubs and teams. I think if I was elected treasurer at the beginning of the year, I would have each club and team submit their needs and their wants for the coming year, and then along with my fellow ASB members, we would then prioritize those needs and wants and how they would fit into the budget.
Thank you. Okay. Alex, same question. How would you prioritize the needs and the wants between the clubs and the activities and the sports?
I would communicate with them because I feel like that's a big part in actually talking to the clubs and knowing what they actually need and what they want. And so if it's something that's like really necessary, then I'd make sure that it would be like carried out. And if it's just like a want and it's not very necessary, then I'd understand that and then just keep in mind what is really needed.
Okay. Thank you. And Christian, how would you ensure that all of the clubs and different activities were being equitably treated for their wants versus their needs with ASB monies?
I would make sure to also communicate with the teams and my fellow ASB members along with staff to make sure that every team is getting what they want and need so that the school can function very well.
Thank you. Thank you. Next up, we have our candidates who are running for ASB Vice President, MJ Dizon, Martha Mandick, and Caleb Morris.
Hi, I'm Michael Jake Dizon, also known as MJ Dizon, and I'm running for ASB Vice President. I may also be known through some of my aliases as Vice Principal Panch in this year's musical, The Wizard of Oz, Jas Divine, anyone? I know, she's fabulous, thank you. Throughout my years in Timberline, I have shown time and time again that I'm not afraid to be outgoing or genuine or infectiously joyous. And no, that was not a coronavirus joke. I'm also bold. But confidence isn't the only thing that makes a leader. There also needs to be love. As cheesy as it may sound, being in this position requires love and appreciation for the people that make up our student body. I have learned throughout the year that a passion to serve others is what makes a good leader. and a motive to serve the school and the unrepresented as well. My background in the performing arts shows that to entertain is what I live for, and to serve them can be the exact same thing, because both of them share the exact common goal to bring about joy in people's lives. As to my qualifications, I have been involved in class office and leadership, meaning I have experience in organizing school projects. I've been involved in sports such as cross country and swimming, so I know the value of hard work and enduring it. And I've been through physical and emotional hardships, so I know the value of hard work. I am actively involved in the performing arts, meaning I pay attention to the smallest of details, and I know what it means to entertain, especially for our assemblies, and that putting on a show is more than just turning on and turning off the lights. To be a Blazer is a title that we can all be proud of. As your ASB Vice President, I would ensure to take into account what people want out of their high school year and make this school something that we can be proud of. To my fellow Blazers of Timberline High, I would love to serve you as your next Vice President. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Martha Mandick and I'm running to be your ASB Vice President. To be an ASB officer is both a privilege and a responsibility that I know I can handle. Leadership and my former involvement in class office has expanded my knowledge of the atmosphere here at Timberline. This experience has brought to my attention certain causes and events that need change for the school. I'm ready to bring these changes in order to benefit T-Line's community. If I were to be elected as Vice President, I would use my platform to assess where I can give and where I can provide for the school. I would raise awareness of issues that are timely and relevant to our student body, as well as bring attention to important programs currently functioning at Timberline, such as the Homeless Backpack Program that distributes supplies every Friday. It provides food and hygienic supplies to anyone who needs it, and Ms. Taylor is always looking for donations. I hope that by being elected as ASB Vice President, I can help acknowledge and promote programs to remind students of their existence. Furthermore, my overall goal is generating student involvement in activities. For example, a Spirit Week and themes for games should be interactive and voted on by you guys. Timberline should be a place that fosters positivity, which is why I have incorporated the butterfly effect into my campaign. Specifically on my posters, it demonstrates that tiny changes can vastly alter anything's trajectory. You can definitely see more of this idea on my Instagram at Marathon. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Simo in the building. For the people who don't know me, I'm Caleb Morris. As you can see, I'm running for ASB Vice President. I'm running to leave a positive impact on the students, the teachers, and the school as a whole. We're all here each and every day, so why not make the most of your experience? When you're here, be considerate of others, be kind. If you see trash on the ground, pick it up. See others are down, lift them up. Be a positive light everywhere you walk, and the people will see your shine. Again, thank you for voting. Thank you for watching this. I will be running for ASB Vice President, and make sure to charge your Chromebooks. Thank you.
Okay, gentlemen, at this time I have some specific questions that I would like to ask you in regards to your position. Okay, so I am going to start. The first question I will give to Martha. Why are you most interested in running for ASB Vice President?
I'm interested in running for ASB Vice President because, as I said in my speech, I can use the platform to assess where I can give and where I can provide. And definitely, since the platform has a broader authority, I'm able to help more people that need it, especially underappreciated programs.
Thank you. MJ, what makes you the right person for the role of ASB Vice President?
I've noticed that as ASB, we all carry a face to Timberline High School, kind of representing a student body as a whole, and I feel like I could properly serve that role by being this sort of joyous light that people can see every day, and letting others feel included as part of the community, because I feel like that's something that isn't stressed enough. And to be that sort of hype man during assemblies. We all need that school spirit, and I'd love to just hype everyone up during school assemblies. It'll be so much fun.
Thank you. Caleb, you spoke in your speech about doing the right thing, picking up things,
Of course.
picking up trash if you see it. So how do you plan to use the platform of ASB Vice President, if elected, to enhance the school climate and unity and spirit?
I see, when I walk around the school, I see a lot of people, they have their social groups, and a lot of people are afraid to be open. I used to be like that. I used to be scared to talk to people. But I think it's important to, invite people into conversations, like, small conversations, just letting them know they are appreciated, they are loved. I just want everybody to know, you can be, we're all the family, It's not just everyone here individually, we're all here together. So I just want everybody to know that in our school, you are appreciated.
Thank you, gentlemen. And next up, we have your candidates who are running to be your ASB president. Keikilani Naipo, Christian Baldoza, Takaji Neutska, and Natalie Scott.
Hey Blazers, I'm Keikilani Naipo. You may know me for being the junior class public relations officer or the girl that randomly smiled at you in the halls. Well, I'm running to be your 2021 ASB president. I plan to be the voice of Timberline this upcoming year. My goal is to make sure that not just the leadership classes get a say in what we do, but the student body as a whole. Each person here deserves their ideas to be heard and thoughts to be considered. Everybody here should be included and a part of something in the school. In order to succeed as president, you need to be a leader and understand the responsibilities that come along with this position. A leader isn't a student who just has a 4.0 GPA or is considered the perfect kid. For example, this was my first year playing volleyball in high school, and I was able to make the varsity team. This season, I was a bench warmer 95% of the time, yet I was voted by my teammates and received the most inspirational award at the end of the season. This award showed me that you don't need to be perfect in order to be a leader. A leader is someone who envisions change for the betterment of us Blazers. I'm Keikilani Naipo, and I would like to be your ASB.
So Keikilani, we would like to know from you, what makes you the right person for this job of ASB president?
I personally am involved with many things at school. I'm able to handle my time wisely. I'm the cultural awareness president, and I've been involved with being the PR of the junior class, and so I have experience with what I need to improve on, and I'm heavily involved in school.
Good morning, Blazers. It's your boy, C Breezy, but according to my birth certificate, my name is actually Christian Baldoza. For those of you who don't know me yet, allow me to introduce myself. I'm a hardworking, dedicated person who likes to meet new people. I am full of love, compassion, and I'm a helping hand. I am driven to accomplish certain things that others would not, and I have what it takes to change Timberline for the better. I want to be your ASB president. I want to create an environment that allows students to be themselves. The students here at Timberline have a passion so great for the school, it's unheard of anywhere else. I want to lead my fellow peers by creating a model that shrines Blazer spirit and inspire others to join my cause in creating a safer community, almost like a family. You guys are my family. You guys are not simps, but kings and queens. Kobe Bryant once said, "The most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do." I want to inspire you to be the best person you can be. As ASB president, I believe you shouldn't look up to me as your leader who holds all the power, but the ultimate hype man. I want to be by your side through thick and thin, no matter what. That is what a leader should be. I need your guys' help to create a school full of love. My name is Christian Baldoza, but you can call me C Breezy, and I want to be your ASB president. Thank you.
Good morning, Blazers. My name is Takaji Neutska, and I'm here to represent the council. First, the council would like to remind you all that they've been working hard behind the scenes to maintain your quality of lives here at Timberline. We have boys stationed everywhere watching over you beautiful people. Check the cabinets. Just kidding. Now, let's get to the point. The main purpose of my appearance today is to call your attention unto me as a worthy candidate for the position of ASB President. Currently, this position is held by An Ho. It would be an honor to be his successor. I promise to... Okay. I know what I'm doing. I have a plan. I have plans. We need to do this now. The council is fast, but okay. We do this now, okay? I have allies in Vita Productions who have ensured that this broadcast will not be screened by the Spesertine Institute. The council will not hear of this. I know what I'm doing. I just need you to help me. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. This has been Council Representative and future ASB President Takeshi Naotsuka.
Hi, my name is Natalie Scott, and I want to be your ASB president. As someone who gets FOMO, I've been involved in just about everything Timberline offers. Most recently, the blood drive, but I've also done freshman orientation, Unified Blazer Citizens, PAC, PBAS, choir, AP, Unified Sports, and a single season of cross country. All of this the past 3 years has taught me one thing. People just want to be understood. I believe that I can represent our student body because I understand it. This is the 5th time I've stood here and given a speech. Since running for freshman VP, I have held the class of 2021 presidential position for 2 years. Being ASB president has been my dream since freshman year, after watching people who I very much respect hold the title in entirely different ways. If I ask myself what type of a leader I want to be, it's someone who consistently does the small things, like attending games and shows, saying hi in the hallways, and simply being kind. I truly think what sets me apart is my ability to connect with a variety of people, not just one group. The bigger projects are the easy part. I truly think that the connection is the most important and most hard part. Right now, I can't promise everything that we'll do, but I can promise that I will show up. At the end of the day, this campaign is for the title and responsibility. If I lose this, I'm going to pick myself up and run for class president. And if I lose that, I'll continue to plan fun stuff for you guys and keep working to make Timberline better. And though I've been advised not to say it, the fact of the matter is that Timberline has not had a female ASB president in almost a decade. I believe that I am the right choice, especially now. I want to end my speech by saying that you all should vote, no matter which candidate you choose. And think about running for class office. The first meeting is March 25th. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about the voting process or running for office. And thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions, and you will respond individually of that, okay? So, Takaji, I will start with you based on where you are standing in the lineup,
Okay.
all right? So, I would like to know what experiences or skills you have that would lead others to believe that you are the most qualified to be the next ASB president.
Past couple years I've been fortunate enough to have been elected twice in the class office. That has allowed me to work with the leadership class to organize assemblies and various school events. Like I helped work on the blood drive that happened a while ago. And as far as skills go, I think I have good communication skills. I can listen to people's ideas and contribute my own equally and value each person the same.
Thank you. Christian, the next question is for you.
All right.
I would love to hear what you think it means to be a leader at Timberline High School and how you would use the role of ASB president to manifest the leader.
Well, personally, I think a leader is someone who's not on top of you, but rather next to you, leading you the way. I believe a leader should be able to guide you on the right path and at the same time set examples on what's right and what's wrong. A leader is able to take initiative and be able to support anyone through any ups and downs. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay. And Natalie, the question I have for you is if you are elected as the next ASB president, what plans or ideas do you have to get more students and staff involved in activities at Timberline?
I think that this past year we've had a big issue with people getting involved and reaching out outside of their friend group. So a big thing that I would want to do next year is just something once a month. Think like winter warmth or, I don't know, new ideas, maybe making shirts or bracelets or something like that that would be maybe an hour after school, early release days potentially, and just getting everybody at the school together that anyone can go to no matter your involvements or grades or anything like that, because I think it's very important that we have time that people can just get involved whenever they'd like to.
Thank you. Thank you for respectfully listening to your peers as they shared their ASB speeches with you this morning. At this time, the polls are now open, and you can vote using your Chromebook or a phone. The link is noted at the top of the ballot sheet slide, as well as linked on Timberline's homepage. When you are voting, you will use your username, which is your student ID, and your password is your last name. You will log in exactly as you did for homecoming court in the fall. I encourage you to cast your vote promptly while the candidate speeches are still fresh in your mind. Polls will close on Tuesday, March 10th at 12 p.m. right after second lunch. Additionally, even if you have the smallest interest in running for class office next year, I really hope to see you at the informational meeting in 3 weeks on Wednesday, March 25th. Thank you.